A keyless entry warning light is one of those alerts that can immediately create panic for any driver, especially when the car suddenly refuses to recognize the key or delays engine start without warning. Here's the expensive mistake most people make. They assume the entire system has failed and immediately start thinking about replacing modules, key fobs, or even the body control unit. When in reality, most of these issues begin from something far simpler: weak power supply, signal disruption, or a lost synchronization between the key and the vehicle. And if you are watching this because your warning light is on right now, subscribe now, because understanding this system properly can easily save you from unnecessary repairs that cost more than the actual fault itself. The first thing you need to understand is what this system is actually doing behind the scenes. Keyless entry is not a simple remote control system. It is a cryptographic communication loop between your key fob and the vehicle's control modules. The car constantly sends out a low-frequency wake-up signal, and when your key enters range, it responds with a high-frequency encrypted signal that confirms identity. Here's where confusion starts. Many drivers think the system is either working or completely dead, but in reality, it is always attempting a handshake. If that handshake is slightly delayed, weakened, or partially corrupted, the system does not fail completely. It flags a warning to prevent unauthorized access or communication errors. Now, pause for a second and think about your driving pattern. Has your key ever worked fine in one moment and then suddenly struggled to unlock or start the car in another? Especially when your phone is nearby, that is not random behavior. That is signal interference affecting the communication loop between the vehicle and the fob. This is why the very first step in diagnosis is never scanning tools or replacement parts. Remove the key from your pocket, move away from electronics, and try again. You would be surprised how many cases resolve at this stage alone. If the warning still persists, the next most common failure point is the key fob battery. This is where most people go wrong because they underestimate how critical this small coin cell actually is. As the battery weakens, internal resistance increases, meaning the voltage drops under load even if the battery still appears functional. During transmission, the key fob needs a sudden power burst to send encrypted data. If that voltage drops below the required threshold, the signal becomes unstable. And an unstable signal is enough to trigger a keyless entry warning light, even if the fob still works intermittently. Replace the battery first, not later. Not after diagnostics. First, when replacing it, ensure proper polarity, clean the contact points, and avoid touching the internal circuit board. A weak or contaminated contact point alone can mimic a full system failure. Once replaced, test the system again under normal conditions. If everything returns to normal, you have already solved what many workshops would have turned into a costly diagnostic job. Now, here's the turning point most drivers never recognize. If battery replacement does not fix the issue, the system may be dealing with synchronization loss. This often happens after a weak car battery, jump start, or full battery replacement. When voltage drops too low, the body control module can lose stored pairing data between itself and the key fob. The system is still functional, but the identity handshake is no longer aligned. That means the car no longer recognizes a perfectly working key. At this stage, a controlled reset becomes necessary. Disconnect the negative battery terminal and allow the vehicle's systems to fully power down. It is about forcing every control module to discharge residual energy and clear temporary memory states. Once reconnected, the system will reboot its communication logic and attempt to rebuild synchronization pathways. Now here is something most people miss entirely. After a reset, the system does not stabilize instantly. It enters a relearning phase where it recalibrates key recognition strength, signal interpretation, and internal authentication timing. During this period, the warning light may behave inconsistently, and that is normal. The system is essentially rebuilding trust between modules. And this is where I'll pause for a second. If you are finding this breakdown useful so far, subscribe now because the next part is where most unnecessary module replacements actually happen, and understanding it can save you from a very expensive mistake. If resets and battery replacement still do not resolve the issue, then we are no longer dealing with simple power or synchronization faults. At this point, the problem shifts into electrical integrity or network communication issues. The keyless system depends heavily on antennas, wiring stability, and consistent voltage delivery across multiple modules. Even a slightly corroded ground point can distort communication signals enough to trigger a warning light. Here's the one difference that changes everything. If the vehicle's communication network is unstable, the system will behave as if the key is missing entirely, even when it is physically inside the car. That means the fault is no longer the key. It is the vehicle's ability to process the signal. Another hidden cause is fuse or relay instability. A weak or partially failing fuse can cut power intermittently to the keyless receiver module. The result is random warning lights, intermittent key detection, and unpredictable start behavior. This is why proper diagnosis always involves electrical testing with a multimeter, not just visual inspection. A fuse can look perfect and still fail under load conditions. Now, if you are still following this carefully, subscribe, because this next point is where professional diagnostics separate guesswork from real repair decisions. Some keyless entry failures are caused not by the key or wiring, but by internal antenna faults inside the vehicle. Door handle antennas or trunk sensors can fail and completely block signal reception. When that happens, the system behaves exactly like a missing key situation, even when everything appears normal externally. At this stage, if all resets, battery replacements, and interference checks have failed, the fault may involve the body control module itself. This is the central brain of the system, and when it stores corrupted data or internal errors, it requires advanced diagnostic scanning tools to clear or reprogram the system. This is no longer a basic DIY reset situation. It becomes structured electronic troubleshooting involving stored fault codes and module communication logs. And here's something most drivers never consider. Not all keyless entry warnings are caused by failure. Sometimes aftermarket electronics like dash cameras, remote starters, or improperly installed accessories introduce electrical noise into the vehicle's communication network. That noise disrupts data flow between modules and triggers false security warnings. So the system reacts as if there is a fault, when in reality it is reacting to interference inside its own network. At this point, the biggest mistake you can make is replacing parts without identifying the exact cause. Diagnosis always comes first because modern keyless systems are not mechanical systems. They are digital communication networks. If your keyless warning light is still active after all these steps, then the issue is likely deeper within the module network and will require professional scanning tools to isolate. But in most real-world cases, the fault is resolved long before that point, usually at the battery stage, the reset stage, or the interference elimination stage. And if you want to continue building that diagnostic understanding, the next breakdown will focus on signs of bad sway bar link versus tie rod, causes, symptoms, and how to fix each of them. Where will break down suspension noise and steering instability in a way that prevents misdiagnosis between two components that often confuse even experienced drivers.